Hello, and welcome to the Chick Fil-A Speedbuild. This is my attempt to recreate a smaller version of a Chick Fil-A restaurant. For those of you that don't know what Chick Fil-A is, it is a fast food chain in the United States that serves primarily chicken dishes and is known for their chicken sandwich. This restaurant features everything a regular Chick Fil-A would have, featuring a single drive-thru, 6 parking spots, a large dining area, 2 order registers, bathrooms, and a large kitchen. For the inside, I tried to make it as accurate as possible, and yes, there are the signature Eat More Chicken cows. For more information about the build, tune into the voiceover after the tour. Enjoy!
That's where you will find me. We can change the meaning of home. That's when you remind me what you can see when the lights go out. I can be your guide when you're in the dark. Now take me out to the unknown, 'cause you're the only one to move me. Change the future, you know. That's what you remind me. Lately I feel stuck to my bed, and you're the only one.
Well, hello. It's been a while since I've done this. Not really. It's been 2 weeks, but considering that I was pretty consistent before that, it's been a while. I guess I'm already blanking. That's a good sign for this voiceover. But, yeah, here it is, the long-awaited Chick Fil-A that I basically said I was making back in, I want to say, January. And it's March now. So yeah, it took a while, but it's here now. Better late than never. This went through many changes, so if you're planning on building this, just be prepared for it. There's a lot of pauses in here from where I was just going back and forth, looking at different reference pictures. You might be wondering, why do you need reference pictures? Just think about what a regular Chick Fil-A looks like. But that's just too much work, because my memory is it's so weird because I can remember stuff that's like, I can remember like 10 years ago something that happened on a random day, but if you asked me to just say what a Chick Fil-A looks like on the inside, I would have blanked until I made this, actually, because, well, you kind of learn a lot about something whenever you're trying to recreate it. This is my first true, like, commercial build, which seems kind of odd to me because I've made a lot of commercial builds before I started doing YouTube, so it's kind of nice to finally do one. Usually do restaurants, but I actually have plans to make a hotel, so if you're interested in that, let me know. I think I've finally figured out what I want to do for editing, because if you've noticed, like, the past 4 builds have three or 4 builds, basically the last one from last year and then the 2 from this year have all had very different styles of editing, but I think I finally figured out what I want to do for the editing and just the whole style in general. Because, like, the first one of this year, I had basically talked through the entire tour and I was just kind of winging it. And then for the last one, which was the Brutalist home, I had a, like, scripted tour, but I kind of, it was about half the build, and I tried to talk about the entire thing for just a short amount of time. But for this, I think I finally got it down, where I'll just have a brief little, like, here's the build, here's what it's about, blah blah blah. And then I talk about most of the build in the voiceover, which is what I'm supposed to be doing here, but we all know that I somehow don't. So, yeah. This, I kind of dreaded making this, honestly. I don't know why. I was just kind of scared to work on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's... crap. I spent basically all evening editing this, and it's almost 12 again, so... Okay, I was going to edit this video yesterday, which would have been Thursday, but I didn't because I didn't feel like it. So I procrastinated that to today, which reminds me of something that my sister said earlier. If you put something off to the last minute, then it'll only take a minute to do. And yeah, in this case, no. I just finish editing and I start recording a voiceover at 11:40. So yeah, y'all didn't hear me come to complain about my bad time management. I thought I had... This always happens to me, that I think I have a lot to talk about for the restaurant, or for the build that I've done, and then I just blank. I'm trying to think, I tried to make it look accurate. I'm trying to think of the last time I went to a Chick Fil-A. I think it was, maybe last weekend, which I do apologize for not uploading last Saturday. I would have if I had been able to. This Chick Fil-A was not done yet. Yeah, it wasn't done yet, so I couldn't upload it. Even if I wanted to, it just wouldn't be finished. And I would not have been home to record a voiceover or to edit, because I was out of town. So yeah, I do apologize for that, but I'm back now, and we'll probably have weekly builds from here out. Unless I just don't have anything done, which I'll let y'all know in advance. Okay, so something that I kind of wanted to talk about for this is the sneak peek for this build, the quote-unquote sneak peek, where I posted a picture of this and another house that I was working on, and I was like, what's this? Just kind of saying it jokingly, because it was... I said I was going to build a Chick Fil-A 2 months ago, and I'm finally finishing it now, and I've kind of seen a few comments like, where's the Chick Fil-A? And then the comments to it, this is probably my stupid side, but I couldn't tell which one of y'all were joking and which were serious, because it was like, a building, subway, which now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, that was definitely joking. I just kind of found it funny though, because I'm posting a sneak peek for it, and I was kind of expecting, like, you finally made the Chick Fil-A, it took you long enough, and it was like, Subway, McDonald's, a building. Yeah, this build was another one of those that I made the outside, and then I just didn't want to do the inside. I think that's why I didn't want to make this. I just didn't want to decorate it, which is understandable. We all have that where we just don't want to decorate it all, I think. But for the outside of this, I went with my usual style, which is a simplified, realistic. I guess that's my style. It's not really a style, it's just kind of, I don't know what you'd call that. But anyways, I'm making the drive-through window right now, which is just a regular open window frame, but it has blinds to where you can open and close it. So you can close it off if you don't want anybody to come in, but you can have it open if you want to give food out the window. So that's kind of neat. This build, I wanted to go for a different kind of style of landscaping than what I usually do, because a lot of corporate buildings, at least in America, have just this kind of sparse landscaping where they'll have light trees and then a few bushes, maybe a rock or two, which is, you all know, is a lot different than what I usually do. I did not do any custom trees for this, because I wanted this build to be able to work better for just like public servers. Since this is a restaurant, you'll probably want to open it up. There are a lot of decals involved with this. All of them are in my inventory. I think they're public, but I will also include the code in the description if I can remember, because I haven't really planned this out well because I procrastinated editing, and then I have no idea how long this voiceover is gonna take. But enough me complaining about my bad time management, because I've already done that enough. I fit all the footage into one part. Yay. Because I usually I'll have like a 20-minute second part, which would have happened, but I just made it all fit. If there's a will, there's a way, my guess. But after I was like going through the footage and cutting out the pieces of me adding in the decals where I would go through my inventory and find the decal and put in the code, I just cut that out because I'll put the code in the description, and it's kind of irrelevant to the speed build, so yeah. Okay, so this right here, the order count, or the whole like order counter, I guess, that whole area, it went through a lot of changes. I never really could make up my mind about it, but I finally figured out something that I liked, and I stuck with it. Yeah, I assume that this will probably be there probably won't be a bit, or there may be confusion, I don't know, because most of my audience is in the US, but I know there is a lot of non-US, and considering Chick Fil-A is only in the US, that makes sense if people were like, huh, what is this? So I don't expect this to do great, but who knows? Crap, I forgot to cut out that part. Oops. Oh well, I'm just gonna leave it in. I don't feel like cutting it out at this point, which sounds lazy, but I'm tired and I don't want to do this. I honestly just kind of wanted to build, but I don't know. I've got to a point where I'm kind of in a bit of a building block again. And I've started on a house. It's the one that was the other picture in the sneak peek for this. But I've started on the inside of it, and I've just kind of lost motivation for it. Because I was really pushing myself to decorate more than I usually do. And since it's more like a farmhouse style, it's kind of out of my One moment. My throat's just starting to dry up on me. Dry up? I don't know, it's late and I'm dehydrated and I don't know. This is awful. I guess this is a sign that I probably shouldn't take long breaks between builds, because obviously when I do, it doesn't turn out well when I come back. Yeah. I forgot how I just jumped all around the place with this. Usually okay, another thing, I've started including timestamps in my builds for like, so I work on the kitchen from 9 minutes to 14 minutes. But, they probably won't be available right away. I don't know. They probably just won't be available right away because I won't feel like figuring out which part is where. Sorry, I'm just kind of zoning out listening to the, usually I have all of the footage and everything muted when I'm recording the voiceover, but this time I didn't, and I'm actually listening to the music as it's being played in the speed build, if that makes any sense. And I'm just kind of singing along in my head while I'm trying to speak out loud. I've kind of spent some time in my mini break, which was just me not being able to upload for a week. I was looking at a lot of different music that I could use in my videos, and I found some of Rogue's old music, which the preview song was not old, but it's by the same artist. And I'm like, this is pretty good. I should include this. I have a bad habit of where whenever I find a new song or something, I will listen to nothing but that for like the next 4 days, week or so. And then I just kind of get tired of the song, and it kind of loses its significance, because I'm like, wow, this is a really good song, and then after I listen to it non-stop, I'm like, it's okay. Here's the landscaping I was talking about, where I was trying to make it look like an actual restaurant landscaping. I don't know. This is probably going to be a shorter voiceover because I'm just running out of ideas of what to talk about. But yeah, I kind of have a lot of experience with restaurants in Bloxburg, even though this is my first one that I'm uploading. I've made who knows how many Subways. My friend and I would always run a Subway in Bloxburg, which was kind of funny because you can't make subs. So there would be people that would come in and they'd be like, yeah, I'll have can I get a footlong on white bread with a ham and cheese? And I'm like, man, this is Bloxburg. We can't do that here. But at least with running a restaurant in Bloxburg, if you have a lot of experience with it, it can kind of help to figure out what works and what doesn't. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So like having a nice, I don't think I included that with this build because I was just trying to get this out on time, and I wanted to have a realistic looking kitchen, sort of. But a nice thing to have is a spot for employees to get their moods up, which this doesn't have it, but there's seats in the middle area, where the dining area, that's what it's called. that could be used, so yeah. Another thing is security cameras. I only included one at the drive-through, that way you can see like who's coming through, which is a doorbell, so if someone rings the doorbell, then they're at the drive-through, and that's kind of a neat little thing. Okay, at this part right here, I was trying to make all of the shapes even, and it just would not work because some of them had already been placed before I reloaded the plot, and I was trying to make it all even, and it just got worse and worse. So yeah, I just gave up on it. I honestly don't remember if I finally got it to even out, but I don't know. I'm working on the drive-thru right now, which it's nothing special. It's just a little like smaller menu, and oh yeah, I placed the menu on the mailbox and I could not get it off of the mailbox to save my life. It was very frustrating, but it was also kind of funny because I'm just sitting here like, come on, move. Originally I had this other camera on the cube, and I think I deleted it off camera, so if you're going to build this, there'll be like the I forget what camera it is. It's kind of like it's like a sphere for a camera, and I just deleted it off camera. But yeah, I changed a lot of things with this build, but I mean, it was all for the better, because would you rather have a lot of changes, or just having the same thing from my first try and it not looking the best? Because apparently there's some people that will build the entire thing first, and then take screenshots of it, and then rebuild the thing for the speed build, which I know that it makes like a better speed building, or like a better rebuilding experience, but well, I don't have the time for that, or the patience. So yeah, what you're getting is my first attempt, and there will be changes involved, so sorry if you're rebuilding. But yeah. I was going to say something when I blanked again. Oh yeah, I think kind of in my little time off I've been trying to like figure out what my style is, or it's not really style. I think I mentioned it earlier about how it's like a simplistic realism, which I think I mentioned in the last voiceover, like to me like the 3 tiers of builders. But with my next build, I'm trying to push myself to be more detailed, so it may take a while longer. There may be another week break. I don't know, because I'm kind of in a building block right now, so yeah. I've got to mute this music. I'm just getting distracted by it. Sorry. I'm working on the order sign right now, and I could not get this in the right spot to save my life. It just, no matter what I tried, it either seemed too close or too far away, and I don't even remember what I decided to do with it. I think I just left it in the spot that I put it in the final time. I just put it down and I was like, that's good enough. We can leave it there. It's kind of neat to watch whenever I'm going back and doing these voiceovers, because I can see myself build the entire project. And it's kind of neat because this took me like a week and a half to make, and then I'm just seeing like a week and a half of progress just come together in 20 minutes. It's kind of neat. I still need to calculate how much time this took, because I have the price, which is $292,000, 8.6% plot data, but I do not have how long it took, which I always like to include that, because it can be a nice deciding factor if you're going to make the house or not, or in the this case it's a building. Okay, here I put the doorbell, and then I think I put another camera after this. Do not put the other camera. Or maybe I come back and add it. I was all over the place with this because I would remember little details that I'd forgotten to add, and I don't know, I'm probably gonna end this a lot earlier than my earlier voiceovers. Not earlier voiceovers. Than my ones that I make shorter. That's what the ones that I cut off earlier. That's what I was trying to say. I think right now I'm being a prime example of how you need sleep. Because if you're very tired, then it just doesn't end well. So get your sleep. And once again being a hypocrite because I go to bed too late most times. Dang it, I forgot to cut that out as well. Where I was finding the bathroom signs. I can just leave it in. It's not very professional, but I'm not professional. Not even close. I posted another community tab thing. Community post. And it was of my cat watching me edit the Craftsman family home. Which since I wasn't going to do a new build, I'm like, there's gotta be something in compensation. So what better than a picture of Sugar? And yes, that is the cat that I have next to me when recording my voiceovers. Not right now though. She's downstairs, and I don't feel like bringing her up, so... Sugar's not here for this voiceover, but I will bring her back for the next one. And I saw a comment from Trimfilm, I think, and he's saying like, "Oh, you're on Mac, I thought you'd be on some crazy setup." Yeah, I do build on a Mac because personally I like Mac OS better than Windows. Windows 11 is pretty good. I've used it for a bit, and from what I've seen, it's just, you may not like this, but it's just trying to be Mac OS. That's how I see it, because I've been using Mac for I don't know how long now, but I've used both Mac and Windows, and I just prefer Mac OS. So yeah. And no, I don't have some crazy setup because all I do is make houses. I don't need some crazy setup for that. Oh, what I'm working on right here is this was my big brain idea. Here's the camera. Don't place that camera. It gets deleted. But I was trying to place computers in the counter so I could have the cash register like in the computer, where it looked like one thing, and it was nice 2-in-1 because it looks like the cash registers where they have the screen next to it were a part of it, but it also still functions as a computer, so you can see the security camera from the drive-thru. See, I know what I'm doing here. Another thing that I did is the new sectionals that came out in the last update that I did talk about in the last voiceover, but I used them for the boots. Why did I say boots like that? I was like, boot. Yeah, this is a sign that I should end this soon, because this is just getting worse and worse. So after I talk about this, I'm just gonna cut it, and you can listen to the remainder of the speed build if you want. You don't have to. But so these sectionals that I made, or that I used, it was kind of neat because it was almost perfect for like the Chick Fil-A environment. I guess. I have a bunch of pictures saved of interior design in Chick-fil-A's that I was flipping back and forth from them, seeing what looked accurate, what was best for this specific layout. And I think there's 3 booths and then a table, a bar, and a couple outdoor tables. So there's definitely a lot more room here than you need, but it's well, you never know what, for me personally when building, never know what it's going to be used for. So by placing a lot of different booths and tables, you have it to where a lot of different individuals can come in and each have their own table. But if you have a neighborhood and you have a bunch of friends on and you all want to do some sort of role play with this restaurant, you can do that because there's a lot of room. But yeah, this is my Chick-fil-A. I hope you like it. I'm going to end the voiceover here. The next one may be next week. That is if I can finish furnishing. Let's see, there's a dining room, another dining room, an office, 3 bedrooms, a bonus room, another sort of bonus area. So yeah, there may not be another build next week. If there isn't, I'll give you a warning in advance that, hey, I'm not making a build next week. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched to this point, let me know what your favorite restaurant is if you've watched to this point. With that being said, I will end this voiceover now. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
I know that fortune favored you with treasures I don't hold, and though the shine is dulled, that's how I'll always think of you. You were a young one then, but everyone begins. We were just children, heaven was a dream away. Running from monsters, I wish I could say that the keys that you were searching for, and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. It's not too late. It's never too late. It's not too late. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. Children caught up in a tidal wave, running from monsters. I just wanna say that the keys that you were searching for, and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. Darkness chasing me. children and heaven was a dream away. Running from monsters, I just wanna say that the keys that you were searching for and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. Too late. I'm reaching out and my heart is with you. So much in between, things we've never seen. You're a mirage that my mind can't see through. Are you here with me? One day we can see. And all my life, unbroken waves, but I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. Makes ways. From far away, information highway. You're a mirage that my mind will cling to. Though you're far away, we can make a way. Makes ways.